It's a banger at bantamweight. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC on ESPN 15 between Pedro Munhoz and Frankie Edgar. Munhoz, who is coming off a tough loss to Aljamain Sterling, has been a tough man to beat at 135 pounds as he is a honey badger both on the floor but especially on the feet. Standing in his way on Saturday is going to be Frankie Edgar, who, despite being 38 years of age, will finally be testing those bantamweight waters, dropping down after losing at 145 pounds to perennial contender Chan Sung Jung. At the time of this video, the odds makers currently have Munhoz as your favorite in the neighborhood of minus 255, with the comeback on Edgar, your underdog, in the neighborhood of plus 215. Now for me, this is a tough one. I'm a big fan of Frankie Edgar. I've always been a big fan of the fun fights that he's given us at 145 and 155 pounds. But dropping the bantamweight, though it's something that I wanted to see back when Dominic Cruz was champion, this late in the career can be a bit dangerous, especially with someone like Munhoz, who has no issue going to the body. I think Munhoz will do that against Edgar as well as go to the legs. Although Edgar can counter leg kicks with takedowns, Munhoz and his guillotine threat present some interesting problems, and despite being a dangerous guillotine specialist, Munhoz actually keeps a high takedown defense rate because he's got good takedown defense, knowing when to sell out for said guillotine or just when to use it to sweep and get on top. We'll see if Frankie Edgar chooses to shoot off to the right side, making Munhoz guillotine with his left, as Munhoz appears to be right hand dominant. We'll see if Edgar can kind of fight that perfect fight down the stretch, look to wear out, test Munhoz in the later rounds. But unless that happens, I fear, at least for Edgar fans like myself, that Munhoz may break down New Jersey's favored son in the middle to early rounds with a club and potentially submission, which would be really rare and a feather in his cap should he be able to submit Frankie Edgar. To see what does happen, keep it locked to MMAJunkie.com, where you can find my in-depth breakdown on this matchup as well as results all weekend long.